The coffee machine hissed, the same way it does every morning. I stood there, watching it drip into my mug, counting the seconds. From the living room, I could hear the soft tap-tap of Mark's fingers on his laptop keyboard. It was Saturday. He was working again. I poured his coffee, 1 sugar, just a splash of milk, and carried it to him. He didn't look up. Thanks, the word landing somewhere between me and the screen. I stood there for a moment, my own mug warming my hands. He had that look, the one where his eyebrows pull together slightly, like he's solving a problem in a world I don't have access to. Anything interesting? I asked, nodding at the screen. Just the usual, he said. Then, after a beat too long, he added, budget stuff. I used to know the details of the budget stuff. I used to sit right there on the couch with him, my feet tucked under his leg, and he'd explain the frustrating client, the unreasonable deadline. Now, the silence felt like a wall. I went back to the kitchen. The morning unfolded on its usual tracks. I wiped counters already clean. He took a shower. We moved around each other in the hallway with a careful, practiced distance. It wasn't fighting. Fighting would have been a sign of something. This was the absence of sound. I was thinking maybe we could go for a walk later. I said as he came into the kitchen, hair still damp. The park, maybe. He looked out the window at the gray sky. Yeah, maybe. I might have to jump on a call around too, though. I'll see. Okay, he said. The word was small. I remember when a day like this would have felt luxurious. Lazy silence, shared space. Now the silence had a weight. I tried to pinpoint when it started, but it's like trying to find the first drop of water that caused a leak. Was it after his mom passed away last year? He never really cried, just got quieter. Was it when I started picking up more shifts at the clinic, coming home tired and full of other people's worries? We just drifted into separate rooms, emotionally. After lunch, which we ate at the same table while scrolling on our phones, he went into the study for his call. I sat on the couch with a book. I stared at the same paragraph for 10 minutes, hearing the low murmur of his voice through the door, not understanding the words. I just listened to the tone, professional, calm, a tone he didn't use with me anymore. He came out, jacket on. I need to go to the office for a bit. Forgot a hard drive. On Saturday. It'll be quick. I just nodded. The old script, I ask how long, or say drive safe, or something. I didn't. He hesitated in the doorway, as if waiting for the line. When it didn't come, he left. The house settled into a deeper quiet. I finished my coffee, now cold. I walked past the mirror in the hall, and saw a woman in sweatpants, looking unsure of what to do next. This was my life. This was our marriage. A series of muted moments, polite exchanges, and an ache in my chest so constant, I'd almost gotten used to it. He was gone for 2 hours. I knew because I checked the clock. When I heard his key in the lock, my heart did a little jump, a stupid, hopeful thing. He came in, shook the rain off his coat. He hadn't taken an umbrella. You're wet, I said from the couch. It started drizzling. He didn't come sit with me. He went to the kitchen. I heard the fridge open and close. I finally got up and followed. He was leaning against the counter, drinking a glass of water, staring at the backyard. Mark. He turned. His eyes met mine, and for a second, just a second, I saw it. A sheer, exhausting sadness. Then it was gone, replaced by a thin layer of calm. Yeah? I had 100 questions. Are you okay? Are we okay? Do you still love me? They all jammed in my throat. Too big, too dramatic. So I asked the smallest one I could find. Did you get what you needed? He looked down into his glass. No, he said quietly. I don't think I did. He put the glass in the sink. It made a final, hollow sound. Then he walked past me, his hand briefly brushing my arm, a touch so light it might have been an accident. I'm going to go sort some laundry. I stood in the kitchen, listening to his footsteps on the stairs, feeling the ghost of that touch on my skin, and the heavy, silent truth of his answer hanging in the air. I stood in the kitchen for a long time after he went upstairs. The silence wasn't peaceful anymore. It was a thing I had helped build. I looked at the sink. his glass sitting there. I picked up, washed it, dried it, put it away. A small, pointless act. I heard the washing machine start its rumble above me. He's sorting laundry. It was so ordinary. It was the most we'd done together, in a way, all day. The word goal formed in my mind, clear and sharp. Not a mathematic thing, but a small, specific intention. Today, I will try to reach him. Just once. I walked upstairs. The bedroom door was open. He was folding a towel, his back to me, methodically smoothing the edges. Mark. He turned, a question in his eyes, guarded. That walk, I said. My voice felt too loud in the quiet room. The call's done, the rain stopped, we could still go. He held the folded towel against his chest like a shield. I saw the hesitation, the instinct to retreat into busyness. But then he looked at my face, really looked. He saw the effort it had taken me to come up here and ask again. Okay, he said. Not yeah, maybe, but okay. We put on our jackets in silence. He held the front door open for me. A small gesture, almost forgotten. The air outside was cool and damp. We walked side by side, not touching, down our street. The distance between us felt physical, a space I was acutely aware of. I'm sorry about before, he said suddenly, his eyes on the pavement ahead. The call, it wasn't urgent. I just needed to get out of the house. It was the most honest thing he'd said in weeks. I know, I said. The house feels heavy sometimes. He nodded, a quick, relieved dip of his chin. We reached the park and started on the path around the pond. It wasn't a conversation, not yet. But it was a shared silence, different from the one at home. We were both here, trying. After a loop, we sat on a bench, watching the gray water. His hand rested on the wood between us. I moved my own hand slowly, until the side of my pinky finger just touched the side of his. He didn't pull away. He let it stay there, that tiny point of contact. This is nice, he said, almost to himself. Is. We sat until it got chilly. Walking back, our steps slower. The goal, that small intention, hummed between us. It wasn't a fix, it was just a bench, a walk, a touch of fingers. But it was a thing we did, on purpose, together. The front door closed behind us, and the house waited, quiet. But the quiet felt different now. It felt like something we might finally choose to fill.